everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we're talking about heroic/normal ZUL Reborn. It's a very ad-intensive fight, but before we get into things, if you guys want to check me out on my social medias, Twitter and Instagram, the links to those will be in the description down below. As well, if you want to come say hi on my Twitch live stream page, twitch.tv/BarackWithShama, the link to that will be in the description down below, where you can come and ask your questions about the Shaman, or just in general about the game. I'd love to answer all of them for you. Hit the like video if you like it, and subscribe for more content going into the future. Before we get into things, this is still an Elemental Shaman point of view video, so if you guys are wondering what talents I'm running, I recommend checking that out in the top end of the screen over there. Liquid Magma Totem and Stormkeeper are very good on this fight because it allows you to really pump out a lot of damage and kill adds in a very fast manner. Now, going into your opener, I recommend actually just bursting everything at the start. You know, you're going to see here that I top the meters, which is great because Ellie has some pretty good, insane AoE burst, but it's all about controlling the adds after that first initial ad phase. So first off, we're going to be talking about different mechanics that you need to know before we talk about how to deal with the adds. So in phase 1, ZUL is going to be spawning these little pools of darkness about the size of a single character. If nobody stands in them, the raid itself will take entire pulsing damage. So have either a healer or a ranged DPS that has a decent defensive to stand in it to soak up the single target damage instead of the whole raid. Another one is Dark Revelation. 2 players will be targeted with this ability and will have to run to the sides of the platform, because the further you are away from the raid when it expires, the less damage the raid will take. After it expires, however, little minions of ZULs will spawn and have a shield on them that can be dispelled. After it's been dispelled, the ad will die. If it reaches a player that it's fixating though, that player will be feared for about 12 seconds. 12 seconds is a long time. So Purge is a really great ability, but also Mass Dispel from Priests and the Mass Dispel from Blood Elves are very, very good for this. Now that we mentioned all of the regular mechanics in phase 1, Call of Blood is when he spawns adds, and these adds need to be dealt in a very specific way. Let's talk about the Crusher first. So the Nazmani Crusher will be spawned and actually have a very important ability to pay attention to. If he is going to reach full energy, start to cast Thrumming Pulse, okay? This ad needs to be taken to the edge and away from all other ads or ZUL. Otherwise, they will increase all their damage by 50% for 40 seconds. So you want to have that off tank take the Crusher out so that doesn't happen. Nazmir Blood Hexer. 2 of them are going to spawn on opposite sides of the room. One of them should be CC'd right away, and the other one needs to be either gripped into the room or interrupt so it comes into the center of the room where you're tanking ZUL. This guy needs to die. He is high priority because of the one ability that he casts. Congeal Blood. This is stunnable, so I recommend stunning the Blood Hexer when Congeal Blood is being cast. Otherwise, if it finishes his cast, an animated Ichor will spawn. The animated Ichor will walk towards or slide towards ZUL, and whatever remaining health the Ichor has when it reaches ZUL, it will heal ZUL for that amount of health. Next, the little Krogs will spawn. Okay, about 4 of them will spawn. These guys can just be AoE down passively. They're not crazy important. They gain their energy very slowly, but if they reach max energy, they will actually do a engorged burst, which will deal a ton of damage to the raid. So Blood Hexers first, then Crushers, then Krogs in that order. So you're going to be doing this rotation for quite a while, and then going into phase 2 is a burst phase. So phase 1, actually you don't really want to be in phase 1 for a long time because of the stage 2 first cast that ZUL does, Locust of Corruption. When ZUL reaches about 40% health, he will cast this ability, and any energy that ZUL has will put a debuff on the entire raid for every 5 energy he consumes. You'll see here that we all have 9 stacks of this. Corrupted Blood just deals a dot every 2 seconds, obviously increasing every stack that we get. Some really good tanks for this fight are obviously Monks and Demon Hunters because of their mobility, and I'll tell you why. Rupturing Blood is the tank ability that we need to pay attention to in this part of the fight. You never want to be standing in front of ZUL because of this. It is a cone effect that affects everyone in front of ZUL and applies Rupturing Blood. When Rupturing Blood is about to expire, it releases a pool of Rupturing Blood. You're going to see it. It's a giant pool, and anyone standing inside of it will get a stack of Corrupted Blood. Next, Death Wish. This is kind of the same ability, Dark Revelation. It's just kind of tweaked a little bit. So, Death Wish is going to be cast on 2 players. They're going to run to the edge and try and jump off and kill themselves. What healers want to do is obviously dispel these players, but dispel them when they're near the edge, not near the group, because it still does an AoE to the entire raid, and the further you are from the raid, the less damage you're going to take. Pool of Darknesses are still going to spawn in this phase, so you want at least one person to stand in those so the raid doesn't take pulsing damage. Other than that, this is where you lust and burn the boss as fast as possible. Hopefully you guys like the video. Like it if you like it. Subscribe for more content in the future, and congrats on your kill. I'll see you next time. Keep calm and Maelstrom on. Bye-bye.
We had 2 last week. Forgot.
The rest is up to us. We will put an end to
Oh, I didn't notice that.